My name's Chad, this is The Breakfast Club, and I promised you a list of foods that you can safely eat after their best buy date. Because we all blow a lot of money on wasted food, and a lot of it has to do with these bogus best buy dates. Milk. If it passes the sniff test, it's probably okay. Milk is usually fine to drink up to a week after the date on the carton, sometimes longer than that, but always give it a quick sniff, and your nose knows. Eggs. You can almost always ignore the date because they're good weeks longer than that. In fact, I have friends that don't put their eggs in the refrigerator. Is that weird? Maybe they come out of the chicken warm. Maybe they're okay warm for forever. I don't know. I grew up putting them in the refrigerator. Maybe I don't have to. But if you're worried, here's a way to find out if your eggs are still good. Try the float test. If an egg floats in water, throw it away. And pasta. It's still perfectly safe to eat up to 2 years after the date. We have a lot of pasta at my house, and sometimes we find packages of pasta in places that we forgot that it got put. So, and you probably do too, but it's good for at least 2 years after the date. Cheese. Now, this was a hard one at my house. It's a point of debate because it doesn't take long for mold to grow on the side of cheese at my house. I don't know if there's something wrong with my refrigerator, but for whatever reason, mold grows on the cheese. So, hard cheeses like cheddar last a long time. So even if there's mold, you can cut it off. And I just felt a whole bunch of people go, they can't even imagine that. But it's possible. You can cut the mold off of a hard cheese like cheddar. Soft cheeses like brie and mozzarella are different. Those dates do matter, and those seem to spoil faster than anything. We make a lot of pizza at my house. We go through a lot of mozzarella cheese, and the mold in there, if you see mold in your mozzarella cheese bag, out it goes. Dry ingredients like flour, salt, sugar, pepper, baking soda, those things last a super long time as long as they don't get wet. So keep the water and the moisture out of your cabinets where you keep the dry ingredients. Bagged salad. Now, I know I'm going to get some arguments over this one. Bagged salad. As long as it still looks okay, it's probably fine. But you can look, even when you're still at the grocery store, sometimes you can look inside the package. You can see brown leaves, and maybe you're okay with brown. Maybe that's fine. You know, some of them are getting a little brown on the edges, especially the white parts. They get a little brown. And that's up to you, because at that point, if I'm starting to see brown leaves in the bag, chances are it's going to be a little bit soggy in the green parts. So, and canned food. A lot of canned food can keep up to at least 2 years past its expiration date, especially soups and vegetables. Now, if there's a dent anywhere on the can, I just throw it out. And maybe I don't have to, but I learned growing up that if the can is dented, it's probably been exposed to the materials that they use to seal the cans. Sometimes that can cause food poisoning and things like that. So use your best judgment on that. But chances are, and this is a message to Superfan Lorianne, the food in the fridge is okay. It's safe to eat. We're going to be fine. Nobody's going to get sick. Nobody's going to die. So coming up, I hope you've got your dancing shoes on because we're going to have the hustle in just a few minutes. Also, got Weatherman Dan and more coming up right here on 106.1 The River.